Hey there, welcome back. I've got an older set to share with you today. It's from DC Comics Superheroes, the old theme before they rebranded. This is the Batboat Harbor Pursuit, one of the cooler sets that they've done. Mostly because I think you get two models and three great figs. One of them is kind of lame, but we'll get to that. And then we get the Super Jumper, which is notorious for all the wrong reasons. We'll get to that as well. And I think this is one of the better bat boats. I think they've done at least two or three, maybe four. There's a lot. There's a lot of bat stuff. But I really like this set. I was on the fence like a couple times just because I don't have a whole lot of Batman sets. I have a few, but this one really I don't know, it just jumped out to me. It's just a cool little action set. Has around 200 parts ish. It retailed for 50 bucks, I believe, back in 2015. Which I think is a little pricey. Should have been like 30, but yeah, you get the three minifigs, one of which, actually two of which are fantastic. We'll get to those first. I'll move these guys back. So we get a new Robin at the time. This is a very different Robin. He's got like a much more dark look. It's got like the dark green, different hair, different cape. Just a different look, which I appreciate because a lot of these Robins are like circus, and he ditched that look this time. I like the red torso. It's very cool. I'm not exactly sure which Robin this is supposed to be, but I know it's really awesome. That's all I know. He's got double face. He's got the angry look and the shocked look, which is pretty nice to see. Very comic booky. I really like this Robin. He doesn't come with anything, so, he's just here, but looks great anyway. And definitely one of the standouts, for sure. Like, one of the standout Robins, because they've done a lot. This is one of the different ones, which I appreciate. We get my favorite figure of the set, Deathstroke. This one's fantastic. This is, like, the first time we got him, and he's, like, an assassin. He's, technically a villain. He's more like an anti-hero, but he's coated in this dark blue and bright orange. Very comic booky. And he's got a sweet looking head. I know people don't like the head printing because it's orange. It's a little inconsistent. It should have been black with orange printing, but he looks really great, and the bullets look nice. The details are really sharp, really cool on this one. The design is super unique. And yeah, this one's like 30 bucks, so he's pricey. But yeah, he's an amazing minifig, and he's the villain in this set that they're fighting. And he doesn't come. His accessories are on his jet ski back there. But yeah, that's Deathstroke. Such a great fig. Let me see if I can get you lighting. Okay, there we go. It's a little dark, but last up is probably the lamest one, Batman. It's Batman. He's pretty boring. It's just a dark gray suit. It's fine. I'm getting a little sick of it at this point, but it does look nice. It was 2015. It was new for the time. And he's got back printing and front printing. It's pretty good. I think this also came in the Dimensions starter pack, which is probably why I don't like it as much. I've just seen it too much. But he's got the tan head, double face, and, it's fine. It's the lamest one, and the lamest figure, but it's good. You need a Batman. Got the short ear mask, and yeah, it's pretty decent. It does the job. And he also doesn't have any accessories. But yeah, those are three minifigs. Definitely Robin and Deathstroke are the highlights. They're so cool, especially Deathstroke. We'll probably never get him again. So, if you want him, you either have to get the set or you have to pay 30 bucks. So, whatever. Either way, you're winning. So you get two builds in the set. Let me move the figures off a little bit. You get the Batboat, which we'll talk about in a minute. You also get a jet ski for Deathstroke. We'll talk about that first. This one, it actually looks really good because it has his colors. So if you see Deathstroke, the bright orange and dark blue, or navy blue, it's actually just his colors put onto a boat, and it looks really good because of that. If it didn't have that, it probably wouldn't look as good. It's got a nice consistent feel. It's a very chunky thing, and it's got a spot for him to stand. It's got the handlebars so you can clip him on there, and it's got his weapons. So on the side, it's got his sword right there, and then it's got his gun on this side, and yeah, it just looks really good. He does have some weapons on this thing. It's got 2 torpedo missile launcher things. They look like harpoon or like pontoons. You can flick them like this, and you hit Robin and he dies. No, not really. But yeah, they work really well for being such big things. And he's stealing. If you're wondering why Batman and Robin are even chasing after Deathstroke in the first place in the set, it's because he stole like a safe, and inside of it there's gems. So he stole some precious cargo, and he's making getaway. And what's really nice about this is you can actually just put this box or the safe right behind Deathstroke, so it doesn't like jiggle around when you're, speeding in the water. And it looks really good. It looks really good, especially with him on it. Like, that really looks good. So, yeah, normally this kind of boat would be filler in a set like this, but this is so nice looking that I like it. It works in this case. Let me just put that back down there. I guess my one complaint about this set is, because this is a water-based scene, I feel like they could have included, like, water pieces to make this to make these things float on water. I don't know, like on the box they put the water on there, but it's not the same. You need actual water pieces, I feel like. I don't know, it's a little disappointing. But you get this super jumper. We'll talk about that in a minute for one of the features. But let's talk about the main part of the set, the Batboat, which is awesome. This thing is really nicely shaped. It's really just a big, like, all it is 4 boats put together. Look, it's this. As the lighting changes, I apologize. But yeah, this is just 4 big boats, like, strung together. And it works. It honestly works. Because this Batboat's different from all the other ones, where it's a twin cockpit design, where you can put 2 figs in there, which, that's cool to me. I like that. It's got a really cool look to it. Some stickers for the consoles, and you got the Batman logo on the front. We'll get to this section in a minute. It actually has quite a bit of weapons. It's got stud shooters right here. You can see them right there. And it's also got missile launching pods on ball joints, and it's got the lights on those, so that's cool. And yeah, it's got a nice look to it. I love the bat wings on the back. Obviously, it's got the Batman motif. And obviously a lot of black. And I paid $30 for this. I got it used, so some colors may be wrong, which I apologize. But yeah, it's got a nice look to it. I like the classic yellow and black colors. It works for this set. And it has a couple of really nice features, one of which is the missile launcher. So you can launch it at Deathstroke, well, it kind of works. You have to push the missile like that, maybe. There we go. Deathstroke's dead. And yeah, they work fine. But the more interesting features are the fact that you can open up the cockpits and put Batman and Robin in here. So if I can get him in there. It's a little bit fiddly. You gotta get him in there. Actually, it's not that fiddly, but it is sometimes. So here we go. Put him in there, lock him in there. And what's really cool about this front part, these sections here, is that you can actually launch these off like pods. So it's hidden right here, and you got these little levers and Technic pieces, and if you push them forward, what it should do is launch Batman forward, as it is blurry, sorry. And we launch Robin off here. You have to kind of put some force into it like this, kind of. It works pretty well. Just slot him in there. It's really fun to just do that all the time. It's a really fun action, like, feature, and I like it a lot. But the last feature, this one's a little bit iffy. It's like a communications deck. So you push this up. That's why they got this massive radar dish thing. It looks a little weird because you got these antennas in gray. It looks a little off, but you fold that out. This whole section in the middle just folds out. So you've got all these like computer monitors, readout screens, stuff, and you got stickers showing the different stuff going on. You've got Deathstroke on that screen, and you got a missile attack on this screen. And it's pretty cool. I like it. It's very like creative. It's really cool. And you can put a figure, sit him down like so. Let me see if I can get that to work. Get a figure here. So you can just put him down in there. It's a little bit loose because this whole thing is designed to be destroyed. So if I can get to the super jumper thing to work, we'll see if it works. We'll see, because it doesn't always want to work. But this whole communications tower can actually be attacked by Deathstroke. I'm not going to put him on there because this piece is, again, notorious. But if you launch it, maybe, you have to kind of time it right. So it wants to work. You have to get it just right. But essentially, the super jumper is supposed to hit this tower, and it's supposed to fall over and disable the Batboat. And so that makes it easier for the villain to blow it up, maybe. And so yeah, it's just on this little trapdoor, and you can see kind of through it. It's a little bit loose. My only real complaint with the Batboat is this whole middle section is really loose. So if you like angle it wrong, this will just flop down. It's not great in that regard, but you know, it's a nice feature. It just doesn't always work. But yeah, that's the Batboat. It's a really nice model. I really like it for sure. It's very different from a lot of the other ones, which I like. And you can angle the little, you know, pods out and have it, you know, attack. And it's just a very fun little set. And it was fun to build too. A fun little set for sure. I like it a lot. I think it's probably my favorite Batboat design, although the one from the Batman movie is pretty sweet. But that's really all for this set. I just think it's a great one, especially if you want like the Deathstroke, or if you want a fun little action set. This one's not a bad pick. It shouldn't be that hard to find. You can probably find it easily, and I'd recommend it for sure. I wouldn't recommend using the super jumper, but if you want to, it's there. But that's it for the set. Let me know what you think of the Batboat Harbor Pursuit. Do you like this? Do you not? What do you think of the DC Comics superheroes line? Do you think they could do better? What do you think of the minifigs? And what is your favorite Batboat? Actually, what's your favorite Bat vehicle? I'd love to know that. What are your thoughts on this one? I'd love to know if you hate it, because that'd be interesting. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. I will see you for the next review. Thanks once again. Take care. Have a great day.